sense if you force it to.
My name is General Zod.
Welcome. I'm the motherfucking Batman. Welcome to the Bat and the Kryptonian show with my good friend Zodwriter. Boy, do we have things to talk about today.
We sure do. Got a lot to talk about today, and this is awesome.
Yeah. Let's go back to that. Zach. Hashtag Zach is back. Couldn't have said it better myself. Adamantium. Yeah. What's up, mate? Nice to see you. We was talking on Facebook earlier about you. That's great to see you here. I guess I won't be watching The Witcher anymore. We'll get to that. Hey, Retro Nerd Girl in the place. How's it going?
What's up? Yes.
Zodwriter, Zach confirmed. Yeah. Man, that negotiation tactic of Henry Cavill's I quit The Witcher.
Negotiation tactic. You know what? You know what, Savage Man? I think we finally reached the point where we can safely say that it's all good, man. The fight is over. We don't got to fight for nothing anymore. We're gonna get everything and anything we ever wanted and more.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, and on the subject of Witcher quickly, I wonder if Gerald of the Snyderverse on Twitter is going to change his profile pic to Liam Hemsworth.
You know, that's a good question. But I mean, that guy is such a loser. I don't really care what he does. Maybe he should just change his name to SpongeBob. Change his avatar to SpongeBob, and he'll get a little bit more respect that way.
Yeah, yo, Charles Austin. That's up,
Charles,
mate.
what's up, man? Yeah.
First, we start off with the positive side.
Always.
Start off with the positive side
because we support Little Mermaid around here.
Yeah, it's a Little Mermaid special edition episode. For Disney, we're the biggest Disney shills going on in the Restore the Snyderverse movement. Yeah, 100%. Right, I'm going to show this little clip. I'm not sure what's going to happen, whether we're going to get done for it or whatever. But I'm not making any money out of it. Blah 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 blah. Here we go.
You've said some very nice things about, of course, Zack Snyder, who's meant so much to your career. He obviously remains an ardent fan of yours.
Yep.
Little surprise for you, Henry. I reached out to Zack, and he sent something in.
Uh-oh.
Let's look at a message from Zack Snyder for Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Wow.
Henry, I have a question. When we first did Man of Steel, and we were doing the flying shots for the first time, and we put you in the belly pan or on the wires, I can't remember which we did first. Did it feel odd to be, just there in front of green screen, doing your flying, shots, with us just touching the camera, and you having to act like you're flying, but before you had ever seen what it might look like or what it might feel like? How was that? Was that odd, and did you expect it to turn out the way it did? So that's my question. I can't wait to work with you in the future, and you are, of course, the greatest Superman ever.
He's a lovely man. He's a lovely man, and I'm enormously appreciative of everything he's done for me, especially by casting me in Man of Steel. Those are formative memories of mine, career-wise. It was when everything changed, and I remember them fondly. I remember fondly hanging above fields it was Illinois, and just outside of Plano. Amazing memories and a lot to be thankful for. So, Zach, if you're watching on one of these many cameras, thank you. Thank you, my friend.
I mean, there you go.
I mean, listen.
I can't wait to work with you again.
I can't wait to work with you. You said I can't wait to work with you. We are
in
now
the future.
We are now at the point where he clearly has. And somebody said that he was on Vero today. He answered somebody's question in regards to Henry Cavill, where he actually pretty much confirmed that he's coming back to work with Henry for Superman. So it's Henry Cavill's going to be such a busy guy. This is why he can't be the Witcher anymore. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's, you know, what more evidence you want?
You got to have a trade off somewhere, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, either he commits to a series or he commits to being Superman again. What do you want? Like, I mean, hello.
Yeah, we'll get to James Gunn after the positive stuff. Yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what time it is after that video of Zach? It's not even a debate anymore. The King returned. The King has returned. Yeah, as far as I was concerned the other day after the James Gunn news, that's pretty much that's it. It's not pretty much. It is. It's done and dusted now. The fight is over. You know, I'm not saying don't keep hashtagging, supporting and stuff like that. But it's in the bag.
As far as the fight goes.
As far as the fight goes.
It's in the bag. It's over.
It's in the bag.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, helping with the negotiation, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sock's not wearing any. Yeah, Sock's not wearing any socks.
Did you see that? Our girl Grace Randolph is belittling Henry Cavill as a high quality actor? Did you see that?
Sorry, say that again.
Did you see that our girl Grace Randolph is belittling Henry Cavill as a high quality actor?
Yeah. Supposedly he's a movie star now. Well, he always was. What are you talking about? Literally, like in movies with Tom Cruise, he's Superman. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, she hates him so much because he brushed her off, wouldn't give her the time of day. She wanted some of that Superman, and she couldn't get none. And
I'll be honest, yeah. She's finished. You know, she's finished. I honestly wish Cavill could have done both, but if I had to choose Superman, yeah, obviously. Come on, people.
No, I don't wish he could have did both. I'm glad. I'm glad he quit The Witcher because here's the thing: The Witcher would have been. What people don't realize is The Witcher would have been a pain in the ass because what would have happened is you would have had scheduling conflicts, you would have had different things that would have occurred that would have gotten in the way. And this just goes to show you how serious Henry is about The Witcher. I mean about The Witcher and Superman, because Henry actually announced the actor who's going to be replacing him. So he's in favor of Liam Hemsworth.
And we know how much Henry loves. He's a gamer, loves to play games. He's a fan of The Witcher. That's why he took the role. Also, at that time, it was basically Henry can have any role he likes, even the character in his favourite game. He took that, and after doing well, you know, no dissing the Witcher fans, but this is a Restore the Snyderverse channel, not a Witcher channel. You know what I mean? He chose to leave that behind and take Superman, so it just speaks for itself.
It's just good news. It's just good news.
It's good news.
It shows you how committed he is to the role of Superman.
Definitely. Henry is A-list, yeah.
Like 100%. I told you guys, he signed a massive contract. Yeah. I love all these people that were like, "Oh, he's just gonna be in cameos." You guys are idiots. Yeah. And then you had the people that were saying, I think it was Screen Rant that was saying that his cameo, his scene in Black Adam was just a one-off. I'm like, yeah, okay. We can tell you don't have any sources, or the sources that you have are not very good if they're telling you that it was a one-off.
But also part of the process is after becoming the Man of Steel, that was the start of his career, as he said in that interview. He became an A-lister, and then was granted fair play, A-list money. And Warner Brothers didn't want to pay that. Walter Hamada didn't want to pay that Henry Cavill money. You know, that's
Walter Hamada was looking at Henry Cavill the same way that Grace Randolph was looking at him.
Yeah.
If you notice, there's parallels.
Yeah.
You know, Walter Hamada did not want Henry Cavill under any circumstances. Grace Randolph wanted Henry Cavill, but not as an actor. So we'll just leave it at that.
But, you know, like sort of like dodgy businesses, they'll get you as an intern for, say, 6 months. And then the promise is after 6 months we'll increase your wages. But what they do is they just get an intern for 6 months, get rid of you, and then get another one in. And it's just a process. They never let you get to that level. And that's what Warner Brothers was trying to pull with Henry Cavill. And Henry Cavill was obviously like, no, I'm not. I'm worth $200 million. Do you know what I mean? Massive picture deal. You know, and it's I don't know how much the amount is, but it's been going around. It's around about 200 million. Don't know about that, but yeah. He talks about the role as if he was born for it, and that's what we love about Henry. He isn't shy what he believes, how he feels, and what the fans want. He knows we want him back. Yeah, Jesus Christ, you've got to be living on another planet if it's constant. Henry Cavill, bring back Henry Cavill, make the Batfleck movie, bring back Ben Affleck. You know, it's completely destroyed the internet. No, you know, there's like serious issues going around the world, and bring back Henry Cavill and bring back Ben Affleck. It's like out trending them. You know, because of you know, just the hype and the craziness behind it. Yeah. Just more people deny Snyder fans the truth, as the fans deserve this. 100%. You know this. Henry said he'd stay for 7 seasons to The Witcher last year on one condition, that they stick to the source material. They screwed the source material in season 2. A year later he leaves. Yeah, that was partly to do with it, but you know, I think if he hadn't have got the role,
he wasn't expecting
he wasn't, you know,
to get the role of Superman back. You guys all have to understand
that is a factor in it. But mainly
the old regime, the old regime didn't want him back.
Snyder.
They didn't want him back. They weren't going to bring him back. They were going to replace him with Sasha Calle for Supergirl. They were going to replace him. They were not looking to ever bring him back, and that was 100% true. This is how we know that scoopers like Grace Randolph, all their sources were Warner Media sources. We know this for a fact because everything that they're saying is stuff that was coming out of Warner Media. Warner Media never wanted Henry Cavill back. They were not going to bring him back. Yeah. And now that they're all gone, it's so funny how the new regime, magically, we're getting everything we want and more. It's beautiful.
Sucks. That's not a theory. Grace insiders are definitely connected to the old regime. That's why she's throwing her toys out the pram, because they've all been fired.
That's right. She doesn't have anybody now.
It's all new people.
And let's be 100% honest about this, Savage Bat. James Gunn hates her guts.
Yeah.
James Gunn hates her so much that he called her out a couple of times on Twitter, man.
It almost...
I mean, are you kidding me?
It almost makes me think that David Zaslav specifically maybe chose people like Scylla Mikey over her to leak stuff.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I believe. You see, and this is what's so funny, you know, hey,
that's why she's so pissed.
David Zaslav and all of them, they're all a part of Sill Nation. Let's just be honest. And they know what's going on, and they know what side of the bread their butter is on, for real. They know.
Yeah.
Grace Randolph is nothing but negative. My Time to Shine, all these other people, Casey without the F, all of these scoopers, they're all negative scoopers, and they're all negative because they're
negative
salty.
Attitudes.
They're salty because they lost their sources when Warner Media got sacked.
I was thinking the same, Robert Kenneth. Today I was talking to my brother about this. I wonder if the Highlander is going to get.
They'll get Liam Hemsworth to play Highlander as well. Though anything that Henry is supposed to do that
I don't know. They could fit Highlander in there because it's not like dedicating yourself to a constant role like The Witcher. It is a one-off. So you might be able to squeeze that in there.
Come on now, Savage Bad. Highlander's immortal, bro.
Yeah.
You know, they can
wait. They can wait.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They can wait. You can
got all the time in the world.
Right.
Yeah, Henry still has a lot on his plate. Letting go of The Witcher is just cutting the fat. Definitely Richard Girl. You know, anyone that's on the internet going, "Oh, it's just a coincidence," grow up.
Well, okay. I gotta ask.
I've seen a couple of comments on Facebook comments. I was like, "What? Stop it."
I gotta ask you, Mr. Scooper Savage Bat. What are the odds on Henry Cavill becoming James Bond now that he's Superman again?
Not for 10 years. Without a doubt. You can't dedicate yourself to two of those two big roles. So James Bond is coming to 2032. 2032, James Bond.
So you're saying after Cavill's done playing Superman,
he's going to play James Bond. It'll be actual a process of boom. It'll be James Bond straight away, guaranteed. So there you go. There's the scoop. 2032, James Bond, Henry Cavill. 10-year plan. I worked that out all by myself.
10 years.
Yeah, definitely happening. And Casey's such a hater. Oh my God, he really goes. Yeah, not giving them dickheads any airtime anymore. Don't care about them. I completely forgot Highlander was getting remade. Yeah, I was quite looking forward to that.
It's been in development hell.
Yeah.
Since the early 2000s.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I remember when they announced it back then.
Because back in 2000, I believe it was 2000 and I want to say 8, Kevin McKidd was supposed to star in the Highlander reboot.
Gracie Poo just lost her higher ground and now she's done like Anakin Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith. Yeah,
absolutely.
Don't try it, Anakin.
Grace
Also, I noticed how Grace turned on Ezra when the old regime was in charge. She supported Ezra, but now she's anti-Ezra. Yeah, well, a lot of people went that way, didn't they? Not willing to give Ezra a chance, and it seems that he's sorted his life out now. Fingers crossed it stays that way, and we'll be getting him for the foreseeable future as the Flash, and really looking forward to that. Especially after all the grief he's got. You know, he was a bit off the rails, but, you know, that's life. Yeah. Henry made room in the agenda so he can continue to do favours for Warner Brothers Discovery. It's just a favour.
Favors are the best.
Yeah. It's a $200 million favour. Yeah. I wouldn't mind Cavill doing a Napoleon Solo spin-off from Man from U.N.C.L.E. without Armie Hammer. He was so good in that film. Yeah, well, you bring that up. His role in Napoleon Solo and his role in Mission Impossible was a test for James Bond, basically. That was just his pitch. That was his look. He's putting the feelers out there because Napoleon Solo and James Bond are pretty much the same character, and so is his character in Mission Impossible. Like Henry Cavill's character in Mission Impossible is basically Sean Connery James Bond, tough James Bond, 6'2" James Bond, original bad man. So it's that's all little feelers for Henry Cavill. He really wants that role.
I gotta ask you. I gotta put you on the spot now, Savage Bat.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite James Bond of all time?
Oh, favorite of all time. People are not going to like this. Roger Moore.
Not bad. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, bro.
Yeah, and over the years, who really grew on me was Timothy Dalton.
I like Timothy Dalton
he
as
was
well.
the first James Bond to go really dark. Like he was genuinely a murderer.
Living Daylights and A View to a Kill, right?
Yeah, they were really brutal.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't no sort of humor.
Yeah,
really.
they were like 1980s, really.
They were like
gritty.
an 80s version of Daniel Craig. He was way before Daniel Craig though. And then
they were good. They were good films.
They went back to the more light-hearted with, Piers Brosnan. He's back in the Nolan Holmes 2 next month. Yeah, wish him all the best in that. I really like that. I really hope he gets a solo Sherlock Holmes movie out of that spin-off eventually. But obviously, Superman takes priority. Restore the Snyderverse, Henry Cavill, Superman.
Timothy Dalton.
Yeah.
What's up, Koj? Good to see
How's
you,
it going,
man.
mate? Yeah, I'm down for it as well, but I don't believe that you can do both. That's too big. He needs to wait until he's done his role as Superman, and Henry Cavill will be.
It's so much of an icon.
Yeah, it's too much going on.
He's so
too much going on at the same time.
So huge, man.
Yeah. I believe, and that Henry Cavill would be like 51 then, or around just about late 40s, early 50s. So he'd be just the right age for James Bond as well.
Oh yeah,
because James Bond ain't a young man. Do you know what I mean? It's so he'll just be right, just the right time.
See, this is why it took people. A lot of people don't realize this, but it took Pierce Brosnan a while to become James Bond, because at the time he was too young he was too young when they were looking at him. So he was doing that. Remember, he was doing that old TV show, Remington Steele, and that led to him eventually becoming James Bond when he was old enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but what's that? I learned as a kid that talking Barbie has nothing interesting to say. Totally random, Mama Bear. That's fucking funny as fuck. Yeah. Mine is Sean Connery. Yeah, a lot of people say that. That's why I said a bit controversial. But Roger Moore was my age growing up, View to a Kill and Live and Let Die and all that, and Man with a Golden Gun.
I don't know. I love Timothy Dalton, man.
Yeah, same. And
Timothy Dalton.
Now I put Sean Connery in for third. But I just over the years, Timothy Dalton, if you go back and watch those two movies, they are fucking gold. They really are, and they're way ahead of their time. As I said, Daniel Craig wasn't the first really dark James Bond. Timothy Dalton was.
Timothy Dalton was one of the best. Yeah. Has been one of the best Bonds ever.
Zack Snyder Bond.
That would be crazy. Now, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like 10 years.
Well, if Henry Cavill's playing Bond, Zack Snyder to direct. Oh my God!
10 years from now, could you imagine?
Welcome to Scoop Center.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh my God! That'd be insane.
Yeah, Roger Moore is mine too. Retro Nerd Girl, you got good taste. Moonraker, because I'm a big science fiction fan. That is one of my favourite Bond movies ever. With Jaws in it, turns good at the end. Reoccurring henchman role as well, because he was in The Spy Who Loved Me as well, which was, it's not often that happens.
Timothy Dalton.
I'm for Timothy Dalton, but I grew up on Goldfinger and Roger Moore. Yeah, Sean Connery and Roger Moore I grew up with, but for me, it's just Roger Moore. Just that little bit extra for me. He was, he was good. Mine was Dr. Fate himself, Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, I mean GoldenEye. This is a weird one because we're sort of going backwards and forwards, but GoldenEye, I'd say, is probably my favourite James Bond movie. That's
what?
Weird.
Really?
Yeah, I just think it was written really well, and 006 Sean Bean was the perfect villain. James Bond's equal. I thought that's the best villain.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that movie. I think that movie's awesome. But wow, for it to be like your favorite James Bond movie of all time, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was big at the time.
Mental, man. Wow, dude.
Yeah, it's a strange pick, but yeah, I really like that, and I thought that Sean Bean, 006 Trevelyan, is my favourite villain in the whole of it as well. I just thought it's just written.
006 was just a great villain.
Yeah, I think it was more Sean Bean than anything, because I'm a huge Sean Bean fan, and he was just such a well written character, you know.
It was. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Mama Bear on deck. Everyone's in the place. License to Kill was such a good Bond film. Yeah, most definitely. And Savage as well. Really like, what the fuck? You know, it's supposed to be for daytime television. It was really violent. In these days, it's too much to do. Double iconic roles. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I totally agree. Just catch up with this.
Well, it's like you saw what happened to J.J. Abrams. They had J.J. Abrams in charge of both Star Wars and Star Trek, and you see what happened.
Yeah, he fucked both of them
up. Yeah. So it's like, no, you got to give people time to, you know.
Yeah, don't forget he was also going to be Hyper on. Yeah, that was made up, by the way, obviously. Yeah, Retro Nerd Girl is the one. She is brilliant. Yeah, Hyper on for real. Whoa. Yeah, Couple's 39, he'll be 49. Yeah, that's what I said. Late 40s, early 50s. That'd be perfect. License to Kill is still my movie still. Yeah. Timothy Dalton's epic. Really like the vehicles in that one as well. I was just mocking Gracie Poo. Moonraker is amazing.
Easy to do.
And the Man with the Golden Gun was insane. Some of the dopest stunts. Yeah, Man with the Golden Gun, that famous car jump over the two bridges. No CGI. That shit was done for real. Yeah, that was incredible. Roger Moore first. And yeah, that's mine. Roger Moore, then Timothy Dalton. That was mine. And then, yeah, Sean Connery after that. I never watched a Bond movie I didn't like. My all-time favourite is Live and Let Die. Yeah, that was Roger Moore's first one, wasn't it? Live and Let Die. Tells you on Twitter.
And if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch all the Bond movies.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Prime. Yes, it's beautiful.
Your mic's messing up a little bit, Zod.
Okay.
Yeah. GoldenEye is a fantastic film. Same director who done the two Zorro films. Yeah. Yeah, it really is. There's something special about that movie. I can't work out exactly what it is, but many reasons, many reasons. Lucas inside of the place. How's it going? Right. So next, we're going to go on to a little bit. He was kind of sort of doing that catch up thing. Let's get rid of this one out of the way. Sean Bean was great, showed that they have more 00 agents, and if one goes rogue, the main villain, which shows how dangerous they really are. That's kind of my point. Yeah, that's why I really liked his character, because what if James Bond went evil? Yeah, so we're going to go to a little bit of doom and gloom now. Live and Let Die was after Majesty's Secret Service, yeah? No, I'm not sure about that. No, I think there was some... I can't remember. I think there was a Sean Connery one in between that. I think Sean Connery came back. He did, yeah, he came back after that. But yeah, a little bit of doom and gloom. The whole James Gunn thing. Let's get into that. That was just a serious punch in the gut when that news dropped. What did you think about that? First reaction to it, really.
Well, first reaction was I thought it was crazy and completely unexpected.
Yeah, same. I was completely and utterly in shock. And it's kind of sort of when you think about it, it's kind of going to work out all right. James Gunn's got a lot of haters out there. I'm not a fan of his style of movies or whatever. But if he's behind the desk, you know, pushing pencils and stuff like that, obviously going to have a little bit of creative control and things like that. But, you know, if he's going to give the directors like Zack Snyder, other people to maybe do the Batfleck movie or whatever, and then do his thing separately, I'm totally fine with that. As long as they're separate. You know, let Zack Snyder do his thing and kind of stay out of that bit of it, and then do your side of it. You know, because James Gunn likes these sort of random characters that are not really heard of so much. So, yeah. But yeah, the next day after it sort of settled in, right, James Gunn's here to stay now. There's not really much we can do about it. The whole internet went into meltdown mode. Some people, I noticed, even after the James Gunn news, and then we got the Zack news with Henry Cavill in that interview, it knocked them so hard that even the Henry Cavill news wasn't good enough. They're still not in and on board, which is sad to see. I get it, you know. I understand why people are really annoyed about it, because, you know, we've not been shy on this channel with our opinions on James Gunn. You know what I mean? It's
we don't like him. We just don't like the guy. But
pretty
hey, I mean, he has a friendship with Zack. He has a working relationship with Zack, and he supports Zack. So, I mean, you know, again, like you say, it's a shaking hands with the devil kind of a thing, and
we talked
not
about
to
this
freak
before.
out, like what Koj is saying down here. Koj's got a good point here. I say don't freak out. Oh, you want me to read it, or are you going to read it?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
You read it.
I say don't freak out until we see what decisions are made. If Gunn meant being a homie of Zack, then he will not be in the way, and so we'll see if he meant it or not. If he is an obstacle to Snyder or not. Exactly.
Yeah, and the proof will be in the pudding.
That's right.
You know, and
Zack betrayed Zack. Remember that one?
Yeah, my first reaction was like something hit me in the stomach. It was exactly the same for me. It was here. I was like, oh, you know when you get beaten on Street Fighter and it.
You started drinking again. Be honest. You started drinking again.
No, I didn't. No, I had to stick to it. You know, I'm on antibiotics at the moment, so I can't drink at the moment. But yeah, it was a horrible first sort of reaction to it. It was a bourbon moment, and it was like when you get beaten on Street Fighter. It's like KO, perfect. And it didn't go down well at first, but you know, thinking about it now, it's not so bad. As long as Go stays back and let the directors and producers have creative control, this is it. Just have to wait. Back down. But Savage, Cavill betrays Zack. I know. I've seen the ridiculous posts on Twitter from the same old faces, being silly about this whole thing. And look, we'll say this once again. They've been blocking everyone on Twitter over it because they know they're not relevant anymore in the Snyder fandom. They don't speak for us anymore because, you know, you can't keep looking for the boogeyman under the bed. You know, we've got to take the hits, we've got to take the wins. You know, James Gunn, not the best thing in the world, but Henry Cavill's back, Zack Snyder's back. You know, come on. Let's not lose sight of what we was fighting for in the first place, man.
It could be a lot. It could be a lot worse. We could have gotten somebody in there who's not a friend of Zack, who hates Zack's vision, who doesn't like the characters. I mean, come on.
Rather have James Gunn in charge than J.J. Abrams, definitely. His ideas were dumb as fuck. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of Gunn as a storyteller, but behind the desk, I don't know how he works. So they might be professional. It's better having a director behind the desk than a producer, in my opinion, and experience. Yeah, well, there you go.
There
so
you go.
know from experience. And that's what I put on my post on Facebook. He'll have less time to make movies and write them, so that's a good thing. Because, yeah, you know, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Justice, Zach.
We got the great
Yeah.
Mikey Sutton in the
Mikey
chat.
Sutton in the place.
100%
No, we're
the great Mike.
We will all be celebrating Gunn as the head of DC. I am already because, you know, we've been talking about this in the chat, Mikey. You know, we know it's going to work out good in the end because he's friends with Zach, and yeah, we know what's coming. You know, it was just the initial gut punch of James Gunn, really? Fuck's sake. We was all thinking the same thing, don't lie. then you had to think it through, critically think it through, and it's going to turn out to be a good thing. And obviously the fandom went into complete meltdown mode over this James Gunn film. Yeah, he's still working with Marvel till, so he's really going to do much for DC till then. Not sure. Yeah, he's doing the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special and something else. There was that Kevin Feige quote said he ain't done at Marvel quite just yet, but I wish him luck. I can't remember exactly what the tweet was, but I thought that was quite nice for Kevin Feige to give him support. The news of Gunn made me Street Fighter dizzy. Yeah, almost defeated me, but nah, Zach, don't bonus round messages the next day for us. Win Street Fighter Z matches, booyaka! Yeah, definitely. That made up for it. It was like you took the gut punch, and then the next day it was like, whoa, fucking hell! This is Zack Snyder, saying, "I can't wait to work with you in future." And I've got a little funny clip here of someone in the crowd, whoever you are. Much respect for this. Restore the Snyderverse.
Kind of sounded like Batman a little bit.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. One more time. Oh dear. That's brilliant. Right, let's catch up with this chat. We'll quickly go down to. Right. Wait until Deadman shows up with Keanu. So, Justice League Dark Bomb. There in the chat from Mikey Sutton. You know what he's like. Deadman is such a cool character. You know. That is going to be cool. So, yeah, we'll leave that up there for a little while and see what you all think about that. And I'll go back to the chat after that. Yeah. Yeah, Deadman shows up. There's your scoop for the day. Jesus Christ!
Give that one a minute.
Let that one settle in. Justice League Dark, obviously going to cross over with the Justice League somehow, and which was also scooped on my channel with Mikey. I asked if I'd really like to see Ben Affleck interact with Constantine, like they did in the movie and in the comics, and he said, "Yeah." So I'm going to get my wish. Is what he said. So there was more to that. Plenty of scoops going down with the old Justice League Dark going on. Thank you, Mikey Sutton. Much respect. Can't wait to see you tomorrow on the crossover stream.
I mean, unless you want to come on right now and talk, Mikey, you're always welcome. Oh.
Yeah, I can always send you the link, Mikey, if you're around. But I don't want to take up too much of your time. Yeah, no way. Deadman and what, Mikey? Mikey dropping bombs again. Mikey Sutton in the house. Yeah, let me just see. Just in case, you never know.
You never know.
You never know. I see that more correct. Yeah, pleasing is good. Lucas Ironside, yeah. Dead Man, you know, imagine Swamp Thing as well. Movie version of Swamp
Oh my
Thing.
God, Swamp Thing getting resurrected.
Yeah, that would be so fucking cool.
Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, even in the cartoon, the body separates from Swamp Thing. Real big horror feel to that. They could really do something with that. Yeah, stop teasing Mikey. Yeah. Yeah, well, love nothing more than a live action Justice League Dark. It's coming, Adam. It's, Keanu Reeves is coming as Constantine to return after his thing. Cavill leaving The Witcher caused a scooper to fall from grace. Wink, wink, Grace. Did you get that one, guys?
It's so funny. And Henry is probably like, I'm so glad I didn't bang Grace. He's probably so happy he didn't go near her with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, so am I, really, because,
Yeah, but she's so, you can tell she's literally so butthurt, it's ridiculous. Wow.
Zaslev's not done. Why do you think Gunn has a 4-year contract and not a 10-year contract? This is his trial run, an experiment to see if a director like Gunn has the chops to run the studio. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's pretty straightforward, yeah. Justice League Dark, R-rated, and just watch Gunn get Del Toro back. Oops! Another scoop there. Romero Del Toro.
And this is all, of course, because we know Mikey has WBD sources. Unlike Grace Randolph, who doesn't have any sources.
well, she does have sources. It's just they don't work at Warner Brothers anymore.
And she's not gonna have any Marvel sources either, because she's been wrong about all her Marvel stuff too. So
yeah, to back up to that, really, Justice League Dark R-rated. Guillermo back. Oops, Daisy, let that one slip. That's bloody great. Yeah. I missed a couple of comments here. Mikey, thanks yesterday, bro. Well, yeah, due to some drunk tweeting last night, I got blocked by RT Snyder Cut account. Yeah, I think a lot of people did. I've never done anything wrong to them, so I don't see why they should block me. Do their own thing. I don't agree with the narrative that they push, but there you go. That's just my opinion on the matter. No hard feelings. Their narrative right now. Their narrative right now completely sucks. It really does. Yeah. It's terrible. I take Gunn over Jar Jar Abrahams in a heartbeat. Yeah, JJ Jar Jar has done nothing but prove he fucks everything up. So, that's, it's, yeah, Mikey, yeah, bro, R-rated too, yeah, well, Justice League Dark, it's got to be, isn't it? Del Toro back with Mikey talking in code again, lol.
Yes.
Hypothetically speaking.
Absolutely.
Probably. Probably. R-rated is the way. Yeah. Come on, we're talking about we're talking about the DC should be R-rated. All of it should be, really. Savage, you better be screenshotting these receipts. Yeah. Well, I've got. To go back, I'll make a collection of them. The amount of bombs that have been dropped here, and it's funny as enough because people go, "Hey, the bomb got dropped on my channel," and I'm like, "No, it didn't. It was here first." So we can't.
But this is what happens when you're a part of Cell Nation.
Swamp Thing is happy. So there you go, Swamp Thing. hypothetically speaking, of course. Can't keep up with how many W's Mikey has gotten. Yeah, we'll be talking about this tomorrow. Mikey's big one, Henry Cavill is himself. You know, I can't remember how long ago that was. That was a long time ago. Mikey's been going on about Man of Steel 2 and Henry Cavill's return. You know, this is why you need to tune in to Sil Abdul Inc. And the Scoop Centre with Mikey Sutton. You'll be say it a million times. You'll be a year or maybe more, even more. Sometimes 2 years ahead of the game. You know, what more could you ask for as a fan? You know, Mikey is making DC fans very happy. Of course, of course. Consider Henry leaving The Witcher as returning to Superman as Grace. Coup de Grace. Coup de Grace. Yeah, get it. Her pimp no longer pushing clients to Aaron Rick. Yeah, it's obvious that's what the situation is. Her sources no longer work for Warner Bros. Simple as.
Yeah. She had a very unhealthy connection to Emmerich.
Yeah. I sent you a link, Mikey. If you're around, I don't want to take too much of your time, but if you are, you're welcome to join there. Expect more R's with Gunn. Brilliant. What more could be asked for? You know, I kind of like the sort of violent side of what he does. So hopefully more of that. Just slow down with the humour a bit, please, James Gunn, if you're listening. And you could earn the respect and admiration of the whole fandom if you just pull back on that. The dick jokes for every 5 minutes, you know, just stop it. Yeah, like the Batfleck trilogy. It'd be lovely if the Batfleck trilogy was R-rated. That would really, add some proper strength to that trilogy because, you know, we want some hardcore Batfleck, obviously, you know, and not every
hardcore R Affleck, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, Batman versus Superman was R, and wasn't Zack Snyder's Justice League R too?
Yeah.
So
both.
Yeah. So of course, a Batfleck solo movie would be R.
Yeah. Your mic's doing that thing again. I'm not sure what it is, Todd. It's just sort of catching up with itself a little bit. A bit crackly. This is what we get when you support Sil, hashtag Sil Nation, hashtag the Micverse. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Cavill returning was 2020. So there you go, folks. That's 2 years ago. So yeah, tune in to geekositymag.com as well. And they have a YouTube channel. Go and subscribe to that. Subscribe to Sil's channel, Sil Abdul Inc. And all the other channels involved. Skywalker the Jedi with the call table. All that. Well, it's all interconnected. Sil Nation, you know, the empire is vast. you just got to check the channels out. Any Dreamwalker news, Mikey Sutton? We need some hints on that. Yeah, most definitely. There's lots of time for that tomorrow as well. W's all round for Sil and Mikey, 100%. At this point, if you're doubting Sil and Mikey, you aren't really. You're just saying it out of spite and jealousy because one after the other, they're both getting everything right. Everything's coming true. And, the narrative is not being pushed by sort of the old sort of people in the fandom. It's not happening anymore. Trust is earned, you know. I didn't automatically think, oh, Sil and Mikey are, got these magical. I had to watch their progress of being right over and over again, and eventually that trust is earned, and eventually you have to realise that these are the real deal. The other people you've been listening to are full of shit. Trust is earned with consistently getting things right all the time. So, what more can I say on that? It's as simple as that. Water Matter looking for a job at Marvel Studios wish I was joking. Really?
Wow.
Oh dear. Oh my god, I can't imagine what Amanda would do to a Marvel movie. Socks is a big Marvel fan. Mikey, no! Oh, that's classic. Yeah, I was surprised he was, go back to doing horror movies or whatever it was he was doing before. But, yeah. Lol. Yeah, keep the dick jokes and off adult humour to a minimum, Mr. Gunn, then we can be friends. Exactly. Yes, please, Mr. Gunn. Yeah, please, less of that and more of the shit. Hamada at Marvel. Lol. That is really funny. That would be hilarious if Marvel got. He wasn't qualified for McDonald's. No. Definitely not. Oh dear. Just taking a break, writing snarky Witcher-arcle, otherwise I'd be on. Lol. No worries, Mikey. We'll see you tomorrow. Fingers crossed. It's Sunday's our thing. Not a problem. I just thought we'd throw that one out there. Zodwriter keep tapping into the Speed Force. Yeah, well, Zodwriter with his so-called conspiracy theories about the Marvel crossover stuff a long time ago.
Yes.
As that's come true. That was a good bit of using the Force there. Batman theatrical was PG-13, extended edition was R-rated. Yeah, well, the proper version was R-rated. Yeah, and I should imagine Black Adam will be the same. The Blu-ray release will be R-rated. Fingers crossed. I don't think The Rock would have mentioned that if that wasn't going to happen. So, it's pretty obvious that we're going to get an extended cut of Black Adam that's a little bit more violent. More than halfway done writing Dreamwalker 3. Hey! And that's amazing. Obviously can't wait for that.
Dreamwalker's a masterpiece. That's all I got.
It is a masterpiece. It is an absolute masterpiece. So you've got to keep your eyes out for that guys, because it sells out pretty quick. It's absolutely amazing. I just can't wait to see where the story goes. Teladia Place, thank you. There you go. There's the link for the Geekosity Mac YouTube. He should never be near anything involving the Batman and House Hayden involving comic books. Never again. Yeah. He should realise that he fucked that up. Do something else. Not that I really care what he does in the future, to be honest with you. As long as he stays away from DC, I couldn't give two shits. That's why BVS the Ultimate Edition is a masterpiece back then. Yeah, that's right. Always happy to hear anything to come with Dreamwalker news. Yes, exciting stuff with Dreamwalker coming up. Nice Smoky Sutton. They'll be really jelly when the scoop that cannot be revealed is finally unveiled.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. Well, we've seen it. Don't bother DMing me asking me what it is, because I'm sworn to secrecy. We signed an NDA. Yeah, we signed an NDA, so don't bother asking us. But yeah, we know. I can't wait for you all to hear. But timing is thingy, and there's rules to this, so we've got to stick to it. And again, trust is earned. You can't be letting secrets out now. Which is why Marvel is nervous. The return of the Snyderverse. DC is a competitor again. Most definitely. If Henry Cavill, with his popularity in a Superman, is going to kick the shit out of that billion mark.
Single-handedly.
Single-handedly, Henry Cavill on his own, like the character Superman, he's going to be able to, just on that merit, it's going to smash a billion, no problem. There's no doubt about that. Come on, just look at the hype and the popularity. I mean, that guy, the interview and stuff is internet breaking stuff. Is that the scoop that broke the call table? No, not that one. MC insiders freak out that Phage leaves after Secret Wars and jumps to Lucasfilm. Oh, right. For Star Wars.
Walter Hamada becomes president of Marvel Studios.
Well, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Oh, my God. Full circle.
Yeah. Trust is definitely earned in this business, but the smart ones recognise the pattern. Sid and Mikey have been the most consistent source of all the scoopers I have followed. I can back that up because I've been doing this superhero shit long before even the Snyder, fandom existed. And it's the proof is in the pudding. And you just can't argue with the facts. Amanda unemployed, MCU doing horror. Oh no. James Gunn announcement. Cedric, how you doing? James Gunn announcement hurt Black Adam's second week. What do you guys think? Not surprising really, because it was a shock. Let's not lie about this. Let's not beat around the bush. Apart from the die-hard Gun fans, a large majority of the fandom felt a kick in the gut,
and they had to announce it soon because James Gunn starts as of the 1st of November, so it had to be announced. They couldn't wait for Black Adam to have a couple of weeks.
Yeah, thank you. Dreamwalker 3 is really trippy. Seal will be rapping and Vega on CD. Looking forward to that.
Nice.
Yeah. Vega's an incredibly talented rapper, and really, really looking forward to that. Looking forward to see what he does to the lyrics for my character as well. Once Savage Bat's introduced, and obviously Zod Writer, it's going to be really, really, really cool. MDA and Mikey disclosure agreement. Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, people.
Well, that's true. But what's happening is that the truth is being revealed. See, Sil and Mikey, they have so many W's that now the world has to catch up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is it? Oh, NBC people like that are quoting Mikey Sutton's 3 scoops and things like that. You know, this is no joke anymore. It's big stuff. And there's all this. Oh yeah, you can't trust scoopers bullshit. Well, obviously you can. So yeah, 10 bombs in the chat. Yeah, that's fine. All that matters is we know where the credit goes. Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. We always make sure here, at least, to make sure Seal and Mikey both get the credit for these things. And so it's an absolute pleasure to say you do good work. That's right, it does. Rotten Tomatoes critics hurt Black Adam, but in October, not a good month. Yeah. But yeah, I love the Rock taking a piss out of Rotten Tomatoes, saying how disconnected they are with the audience. That is just, Dwayne Johnson himself having a stab at Rotten Tomatoes. Been fighting them motherfuckers since about 2015 on people. You don't need Rotten Tomatoes to tell you whether or not to go and see a movie or not. Go and see it and make your own mind up. No, it's not hard. Look what they did to Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel. It's disgraceful. Yeah. If Gunn announces the Eye Cut and Dawn of Hope, do you think that could help Black Adam? Yeah, well, that would be great. It would definitely help Black Adam. Yeah, and I don't see Black Adam really suffering that bad. I think that it would just be a classic case of word of mouth again. People would just say Black Adam is a great movie, go and see it. Friends and family and stuff. That's how That's how these big movies work. It's slowly build up, and I think Black Adam will do great money. Yeah. So yeah. Luckily, Black Adam will have a 45-day release, so I think it will be in theatres all through November. Yeah, so that's a lot of time to make up those numbers. So I'll most definitely be going to see it again. I've seen it once already. Yeah. MSN Rolling Stone quoted me. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, we're not mucking around anymore. Did you guys hear about the David Yates rumor about directing Dawn of Hope? No,
It's not true.
don't sound true, and no idea who that is. Yeah. Support Seal Nation and the Mikeyverse, or creator Mikey Sutton will have to come for me after your socks. Yeah, socks will come for you if you do not credit these people. I think China could help Black Adam's box office. Yeah, same with Aquaman. That was huge. It's about to go overseas too. There you go. That could be great. It's China can sway the war with the money, because it all depends, because there's so much money there, so many people. Chad Snyderverse. China is the key. Yeah, it's not Lois is the key. China is the key. It could be back down, but with the overwhelming positive news, with some anti-hate, they tend to be loud. Yeah, definitely. Snyder only fans had an effect too. Yeah, unfortunately, embarrassment to the fandom in general, trying to sabotage these movies. It ain't gonna help.
I saw something by Snyder Only fans that made me really upset. There was a guy who's in the Snyder Only fans club who posted a real grainy bootleg picture of Henry Cavill in the Man of Steel suit from Black Adam, complaining about how the suit looks and says that it's not the right thing. It doesn't look right. I'm like, dude, you're looking at a grainy bootleg picture of Superman in the suit for Black Adam. Go see it in the theater and it'll look like it's supposed to.
Yeah. I had another one my good friend sent me, which was, do you know the clip of Zack Snyder saying, I can't wait to work with Henry Cavill again? They'd kind of blipped little bits out of it to make it sound like it wasn't a big deal as it was, because his specific wording was, I can't wait to work with you again, meaning it's happening. I can't possibly work with you again. He said, I can't wait to work with you again. And someone had blipped out the little bits in it. They was trying to fuck around with it. So, we're watching.
And you know what's so funny? Now they sound just like the antis who kept telling us, oh, it's just a turkey. Right? Just a turkey.
Yeah. It's really,
it's just a turkey, right, Savage? That's all it is. Right?
Yeah, and not that I've never really got along with comic book resources or comicbook.com. They've always kind of backstabbed our fandom in the past, and they made an article about Snyder fans having a go at Henry Cavill in their posts, and posted the screenshots in the article. That you're giving them ammunition, because they've got a lot of followers, and it's an embarrassment to the fandom. Making articles about your silly behaviour on Twitter. Don't you think you should rein it in a little bit?
They're not even. I don't think that they're even really fans, because if you notice, they're all just on Twitter. They're all bogus Twitter accounts. These aren't even real people.
No, most definitely. Snyder only chose the wrong enemy this time. Yeah, they did, and we all bet on red, and they bet on black, and red came in. So it was payday for us for sticking with it not trying to lose faith with this boogeyman thing, finding someone new to hate. Last week it was Jeff Johns. This week it's James Gunn. You know, before that it was the old executives. You know, where's it going to end? You know,
they attacked The Rock. They're attacking Henry Cavill now.
Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder.
They're even attacking Zack. They're attacking Zack too.
Attacking Zack Snyder. Have you completely lost your minds, people? Come on, just fucking stop it. Yeah, you know, and it's got to that point now that we've, you know, there's got to be a balance, and yeah. Hey, whatever, Bishop, how you doing, mate? Hey, what's good, everyone? Snyderverse restored, pretty much. Yeah, we might, you know, it's not going to be long before they pretty much officially announced it anyway, but I'm sure there'll be some monumental, you know, revealing of the Snyderverse restored. I'd love to see that actually written, Snyderverse restored. I said this in an earlier episode. You know, perhaps it'll be James Gunn and
James Gunn might actually tweet it.
Yeah. Yeah, if James Gunn tweets that, then come on, guys. You're really going to hate him then, you know. Bishop, I'm lucky I never use Twitter. I don't see any of that nonsense. Lol. Douglas, how you doing? No, I do, but only to, pardon me, to restore the Snyderverse days and release the Eye Cut days. I don't get involved in the fighting. You know, it's a waste of time and energy. I say this all the time. You know, it's a dead war. Do you know what I mean? There's no point anymore. You know, of fighting amongst yourselves. It's just absolutely, it's a complete fucking waste of time. Yeah, I know a real Snyder only fan. Yeah, I know a few of them. You know, and you know, I am partly Snyder only. I'm a big, massive fan, but I'm willing to make sacrifices and not whine like a little baby and throw my toys out the pram every time we get a little bit of news that throws us off guard. You know,
very
no way.
True. Very true.
No way. It's well, if Zack is not announced as director, they will talk about boycotting Dawn of Hope. I believe that's true. They will actually boycott Superman.
But they're attacking Zack now, so it's not as though they're going to... See, I've said this before, and so I'm going to say it again here. Man of Steel, okay, is the only Zack Snyder movie that was not compromised. All the rest of the movies that came out... Batman v Superman and Zack Snyder's Justice League, Zack had to compromise and make changes from what his original vision for those movies were. So these idiots that are going around these Snyder only fans, don't even realize that the only movie that they should really care about is Man of Steel, because that's the only one that was purely Zack's original vision that wasn't messed with, and the only reason for that was because Christopher Nolan was there to protect Zack.
Christopher Nolan kicks ass, and he doesn't fuck about. And he's a powerful man in Hollywood, and that was the reason. Yeah. Necron in the place. What's up?
What's up, Necron? Hashtag the cool table. What's up, brother?
Hashtag the cool table in the place. Also, quickly remember to get out of the chat, like the video, and then come back in. Yeah, those important. You need those likes up, boost up the algorithm, and all that nonsense. And that'd be greatly appreciated if you could do that. Hey, Chad Snyderverse. We'll be up now. Here we go. Yeah. So, and on to back to The Witcher. What's everyone's thoughts? I know there's a lot of Witcher fans out there, but like we said, Superman, come on, that takes priority. I know it must be sad for some of the fans, but what do you guys think about the sacrifice that Henry Cavill's made? I know there's, rumours that he wasn't pleased with the way the show's going anyway. But I'm sorry, there's definitely Superman's return played more of a part in that. It's there's priorities going on here, and it's Superman definitely takes priority. Yeah. About Netflix idiots. Fair enough. Yeah, sad but happy for his return to Superman. There we go. Yeah. Superman Returns more important. Yeah, definitely. Without a doubt. Funny thing, if Hamada didn't leave with DC and Henry, would have completed his Superman arc by now and could have done The Witcher. Yeah, he could have, but it's in the past now. We are where we're at, and there's no going back from it now. Play it.
That's Bat Dan. He was there. He was there. He was in the audience talking about Restore the Snyderverse. Thank you, Bat Dan.
Thanks, Bat Dan. Well, we'll be giving up on The Witcher after season 3 with Cavill not there. Lol. Yeah, I think a lot of people will.
I don't know. I think people are completely wrong on this. At least they got a good actor to come in and take over for Henry. I mean, Liam Hemsworth is not nothing to sneeze at. He'll do a good job in the role. See, I don't understand. Again, I don't understand all of this. Henry Cavill himself announced Liam Hemsworth.
Read his tweet earlier.
So it's not like this actor is coming in like Henry is leaving over bitterness. He's leaving because he's coming back as Superman and he's going to be busy. So
Bishop.
What? Like, I don't get it. People should be happy.
Yeah, they should be.
You know what? People bitch about everything. It's so ridiculous, dude. You can't be happy about nothing. Do you want him back as Superman or do you want him to keep doing a Netflix TV show?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's not rocket science. Talking about one of the most iconic characters in the history of everything. Superman's, you know what I mean? 1938. Come on. Yeah, it definitely was back then. The Witcher 3 is amazing. Henry Cavill played it 3 times and loved the books. Yeah, fair enough. Decisions, people. What do you want more? Vote now. Superman will kick the Witcher's ass any day of the week. No disrespect to Henry Cavill, he's done a great job doing that. But that obviously that time is over now, and that's the reality of it. And win for DC fans. And recast happen. Not going to punish the Witcher because of Superman. No, they do happen.
No, they have I think they have like a 7-season plan for The Witcher. So they got a competent actor to come in and replace Henry Cavill. It's not a bad deal. I think Liam is going to be good in the role. I really do.
Yeah, all the best to him. Obviously Henry's giving him his blessing. So that's good. He's a handsome guy.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And all that.
I'm gonna say it, Savage Bet. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Henry Cavill who picked him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because Henry holds a lot of weight and he's obviously got a lot of invested.
Yeah, isn't he a producer on The Witcher too as well? Isn't he like executive producer or something?
Something along them lines. But just in general though, Henry Cavill kind of sort of commands a little bit. He kind of gets what he wants, and he's well known for it.
That's what I'm saying. He probably picked Liam Hemsworth himself to take that role. I would not be surprised if that's what comes out, that he was handpicked by Henry Cavill to take over for the rest.
I remember Uche said on Seal's channel, not that Henry's a bad guy, but he can be difficult to work with because of this, because he's very particular about how he plays his roles and how he does, and he said possibly it was some of his military training. But yeah, Henry Cavill always gets what he wants. Hence this big long battle with Warner Brothers. He's obviously gone, they wouldn't compromise, and neither would he. So, but we got there eventually. So who cares really? It's not about the past anymore. It's about the future. Superman. Yeah, you couldn't say it better than that. Definitely Superman. Superman always wins. Yeah, fictionally and non-fictionally. Yeah, in movies and in the real world. Yeah, I think everything is Richard. Everything is happening with the power of this universe to give us Superman and eventually Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. It's incredible. Yeah, that's a good point actually, because originally we were supposed to be getting this sort of more light-hearted Superman and that after Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3, but now we're getting that kind of a little bit before. It's kind of changed the order of things, which is going to make so much more sense in Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3 when he becomes evil Superman, under the control of Darkseid. We're actually going to go from hopeful Superman to that. So people are going to lose that hopeful Superman to Dark Superman again, which is going to be more impactful to the storyline. So it's all going to make sense. It's absolutely great news. I have a feeling Henry Cavill will be in Rebel Moon. Well, I don't know about that. I think he's going to be a little bit busy, but that's a possibility.
That's true. Very busy.
Yeah, it's going to be a very busy man with his new contract. So, hey, Sickness, what's happening, mate?
Sickness.
Yo, he's the man. Yeah. And what was the other thing? No, that was pretty much it. I think did we cover all bases there?
I think we did.
Yeah. Let's ask the chat. Was there anything we missed there? Because there was so much to talk about with this Henry Cavill, Zack Snyder, James Gunn, Warhammer gone.
Walter Hamada is looking for a job at Marvel Studios. That's big.
In for the win. Oh, Ray Fisher. Yeah, we didn't cover Ray Fisher. Ray Fisher done that follow-up post, sort of addressing, and he put onward, meaning I think from what I took from that was he said they still owe an apology, and then after he done that other post, it's great. That's it. I got Walter Matters out. I hope we never experience anything like that in Hollywood ever again. Not sure what exactly the quote was. But Ray Fisher's happy with the whole situation.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, that's the thing. Ray Fisher is going to be a busy guy too, because Cyborg is coming back as well. So
Cyborg's coming back, and again, Mikey was one of the scoops here that Cyborg possibly in Man of Steel 2 or Superman, should I say, Dawn of Hope, or whatever it's going to be called, or if just plain old Superman. I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They need a guy to go get them some coffee.
Yeah, and cheese and pickle sandwiches.
He'll be the coffee guy, the cheese and pickle sandwich guy, the pepper and egg guy, whatever. But he's not going to be.
Can I interest you in an hors d'oeuvre?
Right.
Yeah, that's great. So, we might as well wrap it up there. Really, I think we covered everything for this evening. And tomorrow, same time, if it doesn't clash with anyone, so fingers crossed, nothing's going on at the same time tomorrow.
Never know.
Yeah, never know, but it'll be around the same time.
We'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here, and Mikey Sutton as well keeps popping in to say hello. It's pretty much every Sunday now. With the exception of when he had to go and visit his family, which was lovely for him. He had a nice break. He was telling me all about it. They need someone to do Coffee Runs next one. Yeah, they do. That's fucking hilarious.
Walter Hamada's the guy.
Yeah, he's your man for Dunkin' Donuts. You know, if you need some Dunkin' Donuts, Waterman is your man. He'll run down to the donut shop, go and get them for you, get them back up to the offices for you. That's
nobody's better. Nobody's better.
Nobody's. He's an expert at that kind of thing. So yeah, well, tomorrow same time. We'll do. Yeah, we fucking won. Yeah, it's pretty much over. The fight is over. Yeah, just support it. You know, no more fighting. There's no need for it. And what you got coming up with your channel, Zod?
Well, next week on Late Night Q&A, I'm going to have Neo Sevens.
Hey,
knows who Neo Sevens is. He's joining me for Late Night Q&A. That'll be good. And of course, I'm going to be back with you and probably collaborating with some other people as well, like I always do. So, you know, streaming is becoming a everyday thing in a sense. You know, there's always something going on.
Yeah, and I'll be eventually for the moment. It's just going to be the weekends, but eventually I'll be upping my game with a project.
You got to give yourself some time, though, man.
Yeah.
You're running on a totally opposite schedule.
I know. But like, I sort of give a little hint to this on the back channel. I got a sort of insider got in contact with me, so I may doing a little bit of scooping myself in the future. So awesome. Watch out for that, people. That's going to be interesting. I had no intention of becoming a scooper, but hell, if the shit fits, wear it. Do you know what I mean? The savage scooper. I don't know what we're going to call it.
And if you haven't yet, go see Black Adam.
Go see Black Adam. Please support Black Adam. It's a fantastic film. I only own non-Snyder films, Wonder Woman and Aquaman on 4K Steelbook, and Black Adam will be joining that in the hall of 4K Steelbooks because it's earned it. It's a damn good movie, you know, and that's it. What more can we say? The future is great. The Snyderverse is coming. Zach is back. You know, Henry Cavill's back.
We won.
We won. Yeah. Get it out there, people. And we'll see you tomorrow, midnight UK time. It's on my channel already, the reminder. So afterwards, go and set your reminders because, there's quite a few guests coming tomorrow, I think, if all works out well. And obviously Mikey and Zod will be here. So it should be a banger. And so it's cool. So good night, everyone. Also, say good evening in America or good afternoon. I sound like the Truman Show now. Good morning, good evening, good night. It's motherfucking Batman.
Everybody.
Batman out. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Batman out.